One, two, three. Good afternoon and welcome to Euro 2024 Live. Day 3 gets underway in Hamburg this afternoon as we watch Poland take on the Netherlands in our first of 3 live games here this afternoon. We'll be watching Slovenia taking on Denmark as Group C gets underway later this afternoon, and finish the day as England, the runners-up of Euro 2020, take on Serbia as they get their campaign up and running. We start actually in a weird fashion. We start with Group D before Group C. Make that make sense. Poland take on the Netherlands at 2 o'clock kickoff. A couple of minutes away here in the Volksparkstadion, and a real sea of orange inside this stadium in Hamburg here this afternoon to get us underway. Of course, we've had some breaking news just before, an hour or two before kickoff this afternoon, about an incident surrounding the fans this afternoon, that a man with an axe was shot by police in Hamburg earlier this afternoon. Of course, we wish all of those fans that were involved in that situation all the best, and we thank the police for keeping everyone safe. That is what they're there for, and idiots like that need to be dealt with respectfully and resolutely, really. Take no shit, as we say. Right, we're ready to get Group D underway. Day 3 is almost ready to go. Let's have a look at today's teams. And interestingly, Poland start without their main captain in the 11. They start with Szczesny in goal, their main goalkeeper. We think they're gonna go for a back 5 with Frankowski, Bednarek, Salomon, Kiwior and Zelowski in a back 5. Zielinski, who captains Poland this afternoon, and Romanchuk in the midfield. Urbanski on the right flank, Szymanski on the left flank, and Buksa through the middle, leading the line. Robert Lewandowski is on the bench today. That's an interesting scenario. Not often you see Poland without their talisman starting the game. We'll see surely him make an appearance at some point this afternoon. The Netherlands start with Bart Verbruggen in goal, the young goalkeeper. A back 4 of Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij, Virgil van Dijk the captain, and Nathan Ake in defence. Tijani Reinders, Joey Veerman and Jerry Schuiten start in midfield. Only 24 appearances between the 3 midfielders. Xavi Simons starts on the right wing, Cody Gakpo on the left wing, and Memphis Depay leads the Dutch line. Only 14 players on the Dutch bench this afternoon compared to the 15 on the Polish bench, as of course there was an injury issue with one of the Netherlands players before the tournament got underway. But they have strength on the bench as well, with the likes of Bergwijn, Weghorst, Gravenberch, Wijnaldum, Matson, Van de Ven and De Ligt as well. Some major experience and quality on both benches. Kick-off in Group D in Hamburg between Poland and the Netherlands is next. A very good afternoon and welcome to Group D, our first of the day here at Euro 2020 Live. 3 games to carry you through wall-to-wall football, just as we did yesterday, a triple header. And we will have another one of those today. The Netherlands surely hot favourites, but nothing's ever that simple. And we haven't had a real shock yet. Everybody that you probably would have expected to win on paper has won up to this point in our previous games. I think Hungary-Switzerland was probably the closest of our games so far in terms of quality between the two sides. And it wasn't really a shock that Switzerland won that game. It was a kind of a 50-50 balance. But this one, you would feel the Netherlands, you look at the not only the bench, but obviously the starting 11 very strong. They've got a lot of squad depth if they need to make changes and switch things up, the Netherlands, and that will be an interesting idea this afternoon. Will that starting 11 need a bit of help from the bench? Because they certainly will have it if they do need it. That'll be interesting to see. But the Netherlands surely should be pipped for this one. They should be the favourites. They should be the better side and expected to come out on top here. But Poland's we've seen in previous competitions, in previous editions of the Euros, they have caused the shock to some teams, and they have been that kind of sticking kind of block in the road for some major football teams and some of the favourites. And that will be an interesting factor. But the Netherlands will attack this. Of course, they want to go far in this competition. They want to show their quality and show their ability. And probably their best rating team in a long time, since probably when they won the Euros back in 1988. This would be one of their strongest sides. Here's a nice move down the left-hand side. Gakpo just arriving into the box and trying to sneak it in the near post. Caused a good save from Szczesny, but a nice idea by Cody Gakpo. Trying to find that bottom left corner and sneak it off the inside of the near post. Did well. Waited for the right moment to step inside past his man and tried to sneak it in. And they'll get the early corner here. Joey Veerman will take the corner. Will be a right-footed in-swinging corner. Whipped in. Headed away easily there by Buxa, who's getting back for Poland to defend it. And easily cleared. By the way, Poland in their white and red strip, and the Netherlands in a navy blue strip, and not in their traditional orange that we normally see. De Vries, back it comes to Verbruggen. And of course we can talk about the Netherlands and the vast experience they have, but also the vast amount of youth that they have coming through. I mean, Xavi Simons is one of those. An incredible player in terms of the quality he has, but at the age that he is, only 21 years of age, and showing the qualities he has. He had a very good season at Leipzig in the domestic campaigns. That's a lovely 1-2. Oh, and Gakpo, the heavy touch the last time round, but really nice link up between Gakpo and Memphis Depay down that left-hand side. Nice give and go by the centre forward, laying off Gakpo, but the heavy touch from the Dutchman let him down there. Gakpo's looking bright and looking sparky early doors here. It's the first cross from the chance he had. The cross comes in deep, right across the box. Poland don't deal with the situation, right across their own 6-yard box. It falls to Gakpo on the back post. He steps inside onto his right foot and tries to catch out Szczesny, on the near post. And he did make a good save, the Polish keeper. Then the second one, he had a chance. Nice build-up play down the left. Memphis Depay getting the ball from Gakpo, and then Gakpo continued his run through the middle. And a nice give and go. Unluckily for Gakpo, the touch was too heavy to keep it under his spell. So far, the Dutch have started the better of the two teams. It's all about Poland staying in this one. Keeping it tight, keeping it very close. Not allowing the Netherlands to run the show. And the buoyancy of the Netherlands, the confidence that this team will have coming into this competition. They will, of course, be buoyed by that. And they'll want to dominate and probably want to top this group. I mean, France will be a big task in that. A big opposition in that. That's a nice run by Denzel Dumfries down the right-hand side. Left foot across into the box. Headed down, and Memphis Depay was near, but Poland got a body in the way. Back under the spell of Veerman. Nice Simons. Veerman trying to reach it. Again cleared away, but the Netherlands are roaring. They've come out here with a fire in their bellies and ready to fire their way through. Breaking through the lines fantastically well. I mean, Poland are sitting quite deep, allowing them the space. Gakpo with a lovely cross in, and the looping header is dealt with and caught by Szczesny. I think it was Kivior there tracking back. But again, Netherlands playing in between the lines and really crisp, sharp passing. It's really beautiful to watch. And Poland just having no kind of rear guard to it at this moment in time. No kind of countermeasures to stop them. A lot of their challenges so far, Poland, to deny the Netherlands the big shots has been last-ditch challenges and kind of wild hoofs up the pitch. It's a lovely weighted ball by Frankowski, and Van Dijk watched it well and dealt with it well, as Veerman does equally as good and gets it to Ake. He squares it across his own box. Dangerous at times, but that shows the confidence of the side. De Vries, now Dumfries. Back to De Vries. Out to Nathan Ake. He's playing off that left-hand side, Ake. For Manchester, played with a similar kind of role at Manchester City this season as a left-back. But when the Netherlands were in possession, they lined up as a back four to start the game. But Denzel Dumfries, as expected, has been that kind of breakaway down the right-hand side. That kind of extra number down the right flank. And the Netherlands just slotting into a back three. Kind of Ake just tucking in alongside Van Dijk and De Vries at the moment, trying to stop it. Trying to kind of hold out a back three there. And Dumfries, given the chance to just break down that right-hand side and offer that extra body, flooding forward. Here's De Vries. Through the lines, finds Depay. He's come a bit deeper to help out in the midfield. Shooting. Now finds Veerman. Out to the left-hand side. Here's Gakpo with that diagonal run that we see so often, and looks to cross it in. And Frankowski got back with him and put it behind for the corner. And Gakpo seems to be the main man at the moment for the Netherlands. These early stages, we see it so often at Liverpool when he's playing off that left-hand side, that inside diagonal run from the left infield into the box, and one of those once again there, and wins the Netherlands a corner. Veerman to take the corner once again. Similar idea, whip right in, and Salomon got the first header to it. It will bounce all the way through and out for a throw-in to the Netherlands there on the right-hand side, shielded by Xavi Simons. Certainly up for this today. The Dutch not looking to kind of ease their way through. They're working hard for it. Nice in between the lines. Says falls. Oh! Good opportunity for Reinders there. Reinders. Really nice football from the throw-in. Intricate football in between the lines. Really nice ball there by De Vries. Find the space for Shooting. Shooting just squares it across. Finds the on-running Reinders. And he just drags it wide of the right post. Really nice opportunity. Well created in between the lines, but just couldn't get the finish on it well enough. But another good opportunity. Probably should have tested Szczesny at the very least. It's a nice give and go there. And now Poland are in. They've got bodies forward. Into the box it comes, and the shot is easily blocked there by Virgil van Dijk, standing like a concrete wall in the way of Buxa there. Buxa does win the throw-in for Poland down the right-hand side from that shot. Virgil van Dijk, known as that kind of titan at the back, not only for his country but also for his club. And that captain's-like nature. That's why he is his club and country captain. Not many can claim that they're both captains of their club and country, and the very best are. That sea of orange are really making their voices heard so far. They're supporting their side all the way through, and their side are responding massively, offering chances. The only thing they haven't offered yet is a goal. And Dominated the early possession, Netherlands, 68% of the ball. As expected, of course. That's good covering there by Bednarek. Heading it out for a throw-in. It's taken by Gakpo pretty quickly, not waiting around. Ake. Reinders has to play it back to Van Dijk. That's a lovely turn there by Depay, but just overrun the ball in the end. Van Dijk up for the header. And does incredibly well to win it. Verman lays it off to De Vries. Now down the right hand side comes Simons. Through the middle, shooting, tried to find Depay, but again closed down. Very kind of crowded out area for Poland. That's what they're trying to do, crowd the central areas to deny Netherlands that through ball. That's a lovely move from Poland though, from Buxa. As they tried to break down the left there, Poland, but turned back on themselves just to keep the possession for the moment. Zalewski. And they're committing bodies as well. You know, that's the interesting idea. Whenever they do get forward, they're committing bodies. They're not afraid. Lovely ball by Bednarek. And Buxa brings it down. Chance here. Buxa leaves it. Oh, the shot from Szymanski. But the flag went up for offside initially. So it looked like a beautifully weighted ball by Bednarek. I just think Urbanski just run slightly too early. Made the run a second or two early, and the high line from the Dutch played out well. Got them a free kick in the end. As Verbruggen gets the ball. Here's Ake. Now Memphis Depay broke off down the left-hand side. Oh, it's a lovely skill. Breaks away. And he's spinning and turning like a bottle top this time. Lovely work from Verman. Plays it onto Simons. Simons with a shot, and like an arrow tried to find the bottom corner, but just the wrong side of the post there from Xavi Simons. But the build-up play, this skill from Memphis Depay, twisting and turning his way round a couple. Initially, the spin, beautiful to get him into space, and then to turn back on himself, back the other way. Completely confused the opposite number. Wonderful. All the talk about Memphis Depay and how commanding of a centre forward he is, that kind of physical presence that he has. But it's the skill, the cute little things that he does. Those little moments of brilliance and quality really shows why he is so good and why he is rated as one of the best centre forwards in this Dutch side. As there's going to be a yellow card here for Reinders, I believe. Or is it Verman? I think it's Reinders actually. The referee, Artur Soares Diaz from Portugal. Reinders is just going to have a rebuttal here with the referee after receiving that yellow card. Tijani Reinders. It was Verman that overstepped it. Oh. I think the referee's pulled out another yellow card. I don't know what's gone on here. I think they've both got a yellow card, Verman and Reinders. Verman for the foul, Reinders for the rebuttal. And arguing with the referee. There we are. As that free kick from Poland comes to nothing. Actually, no, it comes to a corner. Apologies. Salomon with a header forward, and it must come off a Dutch player at the end. That yellow card incident was a bit strange from the referee. Maybe he's just trying to nip it in the bud and say, look, I'm not wasting around. I'm going to pull out yellow cards if you want me to. If you ask me the question, I'll pull it out. Corner for Poland. Onto the front post, and it's in! What a header from Buxa! And this shot could be on! Poland take the lead. The Netherlands have been dominating in the early 15 minutes or so. But with their first set piece, their first corner of the game, beautifully whipped in and headed on at the near post by Buxa into the far corner. Well past Verbruggen in the Dutch net. And Polska have the lead in Hamburg. Wonderful delivery, but he gets up there ahead of everyone else. His marker Veerman and Dumfries both beaten on the near post. Van Dijk in the distance. And no one gets as high as Adam Buxa. That's a gorgeous delivery and a wonderful header. And they get themselves up and running. The Netherlands feeling the hurt of dominating a game, but not taking the lead in the game and finding themselves behind. That's what can happen. But that is exactly what Poland needed to do. And they did it to perfection. Poland 1, Netherlands 0. Wow. There we are. Well, we saw the holders go behind at a much earlier stage, and they could conjure up a comeback. The Netherlands are going to have to do exactly the same if they're going to get off to a winning start at Euro 2024. And there we are. Poland's probably their first great chance of the game, and they take their opportunity. The Netherlands have had multiple opportunities early doors, a couple with Gakpo, a few other incidents as well, where they've been the better team. They've created a couple of good opportunities, Xavi Simons as well, with a chance, but they were good opportunities, but didn't take the finish, didn't find the net. And when you have those opportunities early in a game where you don't find the rhythm, you don't find the goal, you can be punished up the other end. And Poland go up the other end, win a corner, and get themselves an early goal. Here's Gakpo trying to respond. The referee gets in the way of Veerman there. The Netherlands keep the ball. Not particularly happy with the referee, Artur Suarez Diaz. He did get in the way of Veerman. Simons. Down the right hand side finds Dumfries on the overlap. Chipped forward. There, looking for the run of Dumfries in the corner. Will be got for the Netherlands. Good work from Denzel Dumfries winning the corner. Off the retreating Zielinski there, the Polish captain for the afternoon. So corner on the right hand side. Veerman has taken the corners up to this point. He will take this one. Right footed in swing, out swinging corner. Oh, what a strike from Gakpo. But a great save by Szczesny. Another good save by the Polish keeper. Lovely save. I think it was Van Dijk that took the strike. He was in the vicinity. You see it again. Such a crowded area, and he sneaks a shot at it. And it's a lovely connection from the Dutch captain. Strikes it into the ground, bouncing up, and Szczesny equal to it to deny the Dutch captain an equaliser. He's more effective in terms of heading the ball into the net, but he's not too unaccustomed to striking it with his foot from a corner. Not often. Every now and again, but that was one of those opportunities. But the Polish keeper coming out the better once again. And Poland trying to break on the counter again, as tracking back there was Dumfries to win it back. And a bit of firefighting in the middle there from Reinders to keep the possession. Ake now. Veerman. Hires forward looking for Depay, but again, well cut out That time by Salomon. Brought down out here by Frankowski. Back to Bednarek. He goes back to Szczesny. He will fire long. Van Dijk in there, commanding, wins the ball. Flick forward. Xavi Simons takes it down to Pai with a shot over the bar. Lovely work from, again, the Dutch. But that time, the finish let them down once again. Fantastic build-up play. The approach play is beautiful. Once again, Van Dijk stepping in to command the position. The touch from Simons to take it down, square it across to Depay, and then the pace is there on the ball. All Depay has to do is guide it in, and he's leaning back, which sends it into the stands behind that goal. But another good opportunity gone a-begging for the Netherlands. Here dominating the game, dominating the ball, but it's Poland that have the biggest advantage, and that's the 1-goal lead. There's Van Dijk stretching there on Buxa. Just a late challenge by the Dutch captain. Not often you see him come in late. That time it was a bit late, and it is a foul. I mean, it goes without saying what Van Dijk gives to a side, but if you've been living under a rock for the past 7 years, I mean, Virgil van Dijk has been kind of, he's reinvigorated the centre-back position, he's reinvented it. Highest centre-back plays, so that's a lovely move by Dumfries. Xavi Simons through to Depay! Right across the face of goal from the narrow angle. Another good opportunity. How many times will I say it without the Dutch finding the back of the net? But again, it's Dumfries finding Xavi Simons, who just occupied that bit of space in and around the 10 position, in between the midfield and the defence of Poland, in that area, and he just played it forward beautifully timed by Memphis Depay. Nicely worked run. He just dragged it into the box, and just a narrow angle, trying to square it across maybe for Gakpo, who was arriving but not there quick enough. But again, really good approach play by the Dutch. It's that final touch, that final pass, that final moment is letting them down. If they could finish, they would be 3 or 4-1 up here because of the chances they've created early doors. Here's Van Dijk. Back to Verbruggen. Well, the Netherlands have had 7 shots so far. Only 2 of them on target. They're creating the opportunities, but not finding the net just yet. Verbruggen sprays that one out to Ake. Down the line it comes pretty quickly. Here's Gakpo in space. Gakpo, a chance to maraud forward. Plays a lovely ball through. Here's Reinders. Reinders looking for the cross, and again, fantastic recovery from Poland there. And Reinders blocked off that time by the Polish captain Zielinski. And it goes out for the corner. But again, it's approach play. Chance at the chance at the chance. It's that last moment. They do have a corner though. Netherlands. Left hand side. Veerman takes it short to Depay. Back to Veerman. Veerman right footed crossing. Headed away at the front post pretty comfortably. As Veerman will pick it back up again around the edge of the box. Trying to squeeze it through to Depay, but closed down that time. And now the counter is on here. And leading the charge is Zalewski. And trying to find one of his teammates in the middle, but there was no options for him. And the Netherlands just pick it back up again and try and come forward themselves. Here's Reinders. Bit end to end at the moment. Gakpo down the left. Crowded out, will drive into midfield. And give it out to Reinders. Now shooting to Simons. And now out to the right hand side now. Comes Dumfries, back to Xavi Simons. Veerman. To Reinders. trying to squeeze his way through, but run out of room. Felt he was fouled there to Johnny Reinders, but the referee seeing nothing wrong with that. As Poland do surrender possession once again. They knocked it long all the way to Bart Verbruggen in the Dutch goal, so the Netherlands will not be faltering any sort of possession from that position in any case. So, well, the Polish goal scorer Adam Buksa, that's his 7th goal in 16 appearances for his country, and giving them the lead so far. Here's Cody Gakpo, squares it across, the header, and then Reinders has another header blocked behind for the corner. My goodness me. Lovely run by Gakpo's down the left hand side, got past his man, chipped it across the box. Dumfries with a flick on header, and then Reinders on the end of it trying to head it across goal and blocked out for the corner, which they've taken short now. Depay with a delivery, and it comes to a crowded area as Poland clear it away. Simons recycles, and Schutten will just give back to his keeper, but very crowded area that was, the Polish 18-yard box. Certainly committing massive numbers of bodies forward on those set pieces, the Dutch. De Vries, Dumfries. De Vries. Van Dijk. Simons now through the lines. Finds Gakpo off the left. Cody Gakpo. Gakpo! Flashing a shot wide there. I think Cody Gakpo, I mean, him and Xavi Simons on both sides running the show, but Gakpo certainly had the most involvement for the Netherlands so far. Surely. I mean, I'll have to look at the statistics, but I wouldn't be surprised. He's the player with the most touches. 17 touches. Only the Dutch defenders have more than Gakpo. Veerman's wayward ball, that one. Breaks down the Netherlands build-up play once again. Dumfries on the press. And forced ball through the middle. Ake will pick it up, finds Gakpo in space. Cody Gakpo, the edge of the box, and the deflection! Cody Gakpo levels the game for the Netherlands. All that beautiful approach play, and it's a deflection that sees the Dutch on level terms. The defence that's held so firm for 29 minutes from Poland has eventually been breached. And Cody Gakpo, the man who's practically run the show up front for the Netherlands so far, finds that equalising goal. Really good. It all comes from the Dumfries press, and they're forcing the Polish players to knock it long. Really good from Ake to pick up the loose ball on the clearance. Plays it into space. Gakpo has acres of room to find and measure his shot. He takes the strike central, and the wicked deflection. Wrong foot Szczesny completely, and it breaches the Polish defence. And Netherlands are back on level terms. Poland won, the Netherlands won. And Cody Gakpo on the score sheet. I mean, if you hadn't seen the first 20 minutes or so and noticed what Cody Gakpo had been doing, everyone else who has seen it knew exactly it was going to be him. It's going to be him that was going to score. So lively today. I said it from the early moments. He had the first one or two chances of the game for the Netherlands, and from that moment I thought, he's going to be bright today. And you can see it. And Gakpo gets his 10th international goal for the Netherlands in his 25th appearance. 25 years old, the Liverpool forward. And Gakpo, he had a half-decent season with Liverpool. Played 35 games in the Premier League, scored 8 goals. Here's Frankowski for Poland. Down the right-hand side. And now that we're back to level terms, maybe Poland could step out a bit more and try and push again. Zielinski sprays it down the left-hand side. Zalewski. Bodies in the box. Comes across. Van Dijk with a salmon dive header. But it's still alive in the shot. Big save by Verbruggen. Couldn't see that was. I think it was... Might have been Kivior. See it again. Cross comes in. Bodies in the box. The header across is well dealt with by the Netherlands. And now Gakpo can lead the charge on the counter. He's got Memphis Depay with him. But there's a mountain of Polish bodies retreating. And Gakpo is well challenged there. He wanted a foul, but the referee was in close vicinity and said that Ramchuk got the ball. It was Jakub Kivior that had that shot. Really fierce effort from Jakub Kivior. Pure venom in it. And a really good save by Bart Verbruggen in the Dutch goal to deny Poland a second lead in the game. Here's Frankowski breaking it down the right hand side. Now Buxa in the chase, but easily dealt with as Gakpo will track back and win the ball back for his side. And he'll get a free kick as well for his troubles. Cody Gakpo. It was a really good challenge initially. And Gakpo frustrated, but it was a nice finish. Or a nice kind of challenge, apologies. Just seeing that shot from Kivior again. Took a slight deflection off Denzel Dumfries. Maybe took a slight bit of pace off it, but it was pure venomous from Jakub Kivior, the Arsenal fullback. Netherlands have had 9 shots so far. Polish 4 shots, 2 on target. Netherlands just the 3 shots on target so far. So they're having more of the shots, but not many more on target than Poland. And that's it. Another wide ball by Joey Veerman. That's kind of a blind pass out wide and telegraph that one out for a Polish throw. Can't let that set in. Here's Kivior. Try and get Poland forward again. Down the left-hand side it comes. Here's Zalewski. And Szymanski. Back to Zalewski. Trying to break his way through, but Veerman tracking back, helping out, blocking off. That's really nice work out there on that left-hand side to recover it again, though. Zalewski. Zielinski. And also involved in there was Urbanski. Poland looking comfortable at the moment. Here's Urbanski. Nice work, Zielinski, trying to feed it through for Urbanski on the 1-2, but well marshalled by Rounders all the way back, and Dumfries will see it out for the throw. 10 minutes, getting ahead of myself, 10 minutes of the first half to go. Poland 1, Netherlands 1. And don't forget, we have more football on the way for you later this afternoon. Don't forget, Group C gets underway. This is quite strange. This is Group D, but the other Group D game isn't in play until tomorrow. We have both Group C games to come for you later this afternoon. Slovenia taking on Denmark at 5. And then we end the day as England, last edition's runners-up, taking on Serbia from 8 o'clock. Gakpo battling and winning the free kick there. Cody Gakpo ahead of Frankowski there. Just trying to get physical with Gakpo at the moment, Poland. They know he's the outlet down that left-hand side. He's been a bright spark for the Netherlands so far. He's their goal scorer. He's their creative spark at this moment in time. Cody Gakpo, heavily involved in all the good things that the Netherlands have done so far. Reinders looking for the switch ball, but again, a bit of a wasteful bit of passing. It was actually Schuiten, apologies. Schuiten with a heavy pass to Ake. It was kept in. A few wasteful opportunities. They're letting a few passes go wayward. Here's Reinders, brings it down nicely, finds Schuiten. Out to the right-hand side is Dumfries. Reinders continued his run. Out to the right flank, back infield to Schuiten. Bricks into the box, plays it forward for Dumfries, squares it across, and again had to be cleared away by Bartosz Solomon in the middle. There was a few Dutch bodies in the middle there, 3 or 4 of them in the box, waiting for that Dumfries cross. Solomon was the one that got there ahead of everyone else, cleared it away for the throw. Reinders. Dumfries. Nice work from Schuiten. And just running a room there. Sherry Schuiten will go out for a Polish throw. 8 minutes or so to go of the first half, 1-1, and these teams have met in the last 2 editions of the UEFA Nations League. The Netherlands have won 3 of those 4 matches and drawn the other. In all of their previous 19 meetings between the sides, the Netherlands have won 9 of them, 3 Polish wins and 7 draws. The Netherlands have scored 28 goals, Poland 19 goals in their previous matches with each other. And a free kick there, as De Vrij and Dumfries were involved in that challenge. I think one of the biggest challenges covering the Euros is the versatility in pronunciation of names. That's going to be the difficulty, because I've just remembered that it's Stefan De Vrij, not De Vrij. Dutch don't pronounce their J's in that same way. Not that that matters, but it's just you want to be respectful and get the names right. Here's Jan Bednarek. I'm quite used to his name. Flashes one forward. Nicely taken down in the middle there by Romanjuk. Here's Frankowski. Knocking forward. Headed away that time by De Vrij. Poland keep the ball in their possession at the moment. Having a strong end to the half. Here Poland, since that Netherlands equaliser, they've probably reacted the better of the 2 teams to the equaliser, I would have to say. Szymanski. Frankowski. They tried to be sharp with that passing, and Szymanski's ball was a bit wayward, allowing the Netherlands to get the throw in. Tried to go for that reverse ball, but ended up similarly to what Veerman did earlier, just telegraphing it. A blind pass. De Vrij trying to squeeze it through, but Simons blocked off that time by Bednarek, who cleared it away. Got it well away from danger. A beautiful day in Hamburg. Has been beautiful in Germany the whole way through. All the matches have been under nice weather. I can't say it's the same nice weather here in the UK. It's definitely not. I think we've had cloud and rain the last couple of days. That's exactly what you want for a tournament like this. The sun shining, the heat, that festivity type of feel. And so far we've had some very interesting games and very exciting matchups so far. No big shocks as of yet though. I'm sure they will come. There always is a big shock. There's always a big side that doesn't make it through the group. There's always one. Here's Cody Gakpo again spinning away. Blocked off that time and deemed to have been fouled. And trying to spin away, was kind of held back there, and that will be a foul. And a free kick to the Netherlands. I will translate your message, David. I will try and sort this out. Are you Swedish? No, Irish. From Ireland. Are we similar? Irish and Swedish? Well, our countries are. Simons. Gakpo looking for the cross. Blocked. Again, Frankowski getting physical and aggressive with Gakpo and seeing him out well. Ake. Now Veerman. Through the lines. Lovely spin by Reinders. Finds Dumfries. Bodies forward again for the Netherlands. Schuiten sprays it out wide. Finds Simons off the left-hand side. Overlapping run from Ake. Ake with a cross and the shot over the bar. This time again from Gakpo. It's one of those ones where the pace was on the cross. And all he had to do was guide it. And he's just too kind of rigid. He doesn't open his leg up enough and allow the ball to come across him. He takes it like it's a bomb and he wants to get rid of it. Not the best of finishes there from Cody Gakpo, but certainly options, certainly opportunities for the Netherlands here. And similar to Italy last night, you know, we talk about how Netherlands find themselves in a similar position that Italy did last night, going behind and having to come back. The Netherlands don't have the lead, which is the big difference. But the fact that Italy had many chances to kill the game off, but just didn't do it. The Netherlands, in this same aspect, they have the chance to take the lead, to really kind of command this match and take a full control of it. But at the moment, their finishing's letting them down. Their creativity and their build-up play and their approach play and their one-touch passing and their crisp movement, all to perfection. It's the finish that's let them down on the majority of their kind of attacking movements in the first half so far, which we have 2 minutes left of, plus the additional time, of course. And we might just get through a whole half of football without a bit of VAR intervention. It's not often that happens. We had some VAR drama yesterday in that Spain-Croatia game. Very confusing. That was. Nice challenge by De Vrij. Winning the ball. Memphis Depay trying to shield his body, or shield the ball, but lost the ball in the end. Couldn't gather it. Here's Frankowski on the break for Poland. Down the right-hand side, Zielinski now. Taking his time, allowing the Dutch players to get bodies back, and Zielinski tried to feed it in behind, but no one on the same page as him. And he ends up putting it straight through for Bart Verbruggen to catch and gather for the Netherlands there. Veerman. Simons. To Dumfries. Looking for the long ball forward. Trying to pick out Cody Gakpo, but again, good covering by Frankowski. And puts it out for the throw-in. Cody Gakpo was going to take the throw-in, but Ake was in close proximity, so he's going to give the ball off to Ake to take the throw. I mean, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, really. Ake finds a bit of space for Reinders, takes this shot, but probably should have edged against that, because the shot goes well wide for a goal kick. Ends up hitting one of his fans, probably in that stand that went that wide. 45 minutes are up, and we will have, how long added on at the end of the 45 minutes? Wouldn't say very long. 1 added minute. There we are. I was correct. Not very long at all. 1 more minute of this first half, where it looks like, barring a late goal, the sides will go in on level terms, and with both having work to do. Although Poland, a draw in this first match would not be a bad result for them. You know, the commonly accepted points total you need to get in a group stage is 4 points. And you'll be guaranteed at least third. Surely. or almost guaranteed at least third. That's a lovely ball by Ake. Memphis Depay! Oh, agonisingly wide of that left post. How tightly close was that from Memphis Depay? Beautiful whipped cross by Nathan Ake, pinpoint Kevin De Bruyne-esque, and taken down beautifully by Depay, and then the slicing finish just escaping wide of the post for a goal kick, of which there will be no time to take because that's the half-time whistle. And the first half comes to a close, where the Netherlands probably feel that they've done enough to take the lead, but find themselves level at half-time. Poland took the lead in the game through Buxa with a lovely header from a corner, and a deflected effort from Cody Gakpo, who's been the Netherlands' probably best player of the first half, levelling things, and that's where we stand at the break. Poland 1, Netherlands 1. Analysis on the way in just a moment. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live on LFS with me, Kevin Ferris. Half time in Hamburg at the Volksparkstadion. And at the moment it is Poland 1, Netherlands 1 in our Group D opener of Euro 2024. And at the moment, I would say Poland would be massively the happier of the two sides in terms of the scoreline. But I don't think the Netherlands will be disappointed with how they've played in that first half. When we look at the goals, we look at Buxa's goal first. Really lovely set piece. Fantastic delivery. And it's the desire, the commitment, the energy, the fight to get up ahead of everyone else. You know, the Dutch players have a lot of height in that area. You know, you talk about Van Dijk, De Vrij, Gakpo in defensive areas, Ake as well, Schuiten, Veerman. All very tall players commanding bodies in the box, but he gets above everyone else in there, Buxa, and just flicks it on beautifully. Verbruggen's dragged to his right, the right side of his goal, and it's a fantastically perfectly weighted header, fantastic delivery, just a beautiful goal. You know, the delivery for the first time was fantastic, and then the header, the connection, the way he kind of guided it across goal. He had to guide it across goal to beat Verbruggen, and it was really nicely worked. But it was after a real dominant spell from the Netherlands. You know, we talk about how they started the game. They were on fire. I mean, Cody Gakpo had two very good goal-scoring chances within a few minutes. Xavi Simons as well. A lot of good opportunities early doors. Not finding the net was the problem. They couldn't finish it. And they had such a dominant start, the Netherlands. You thought, they're going to be on here. They're going to get this. But so many times when you see that, you know, it's the biggest cliche in football. You don't score. The chances you create at one end, you're going to get punished at the other. And it's so often seen now that the opposition, they ride a storm early doors and they get their opportunity and they more often than not take that chance. They're clinical on the counter-attack. And that was Poland in moments throughout that first half. They were trying to counter on the Netherlands because the Dutch dominated the ball so much. That's the best that they could do was kind of counter-attack. But that dominant kind of press from the Netherlands actually got them back on level terms. You know, all of their great approach play, it was actually a counter-press that got them in the good position. Dumfries with a really good press on the defender. And the Polish defender just had to force it long into an area And really nice anticipation from Nathan Ake. Takes it down beautifully first time. Into the space for Gakpo, who had acres around him. And he just strikes it. Gets a bit of slice of luck with the deflection. But you can't say they haven't created their own luck in this first half. And they haven't deserved at least a goal at the Netherlands. Because they have been the better side. They have created the better chances. And they've got their equalising goal. But in contrast to that, I would say that actually Poland responded the better of the two sides after the equaliser. They grew into the game, they got to terms with kind of how Dumfries was playing on that right-hand side, and early on they were really struggling with that overlapping run of Dumfries. We talked about it, how the Netherlands would drop into a back three, Ake tucking in alongside Van Dijk and De Vrij, and Dumfries would have that space to break down the right-hand side, to burst forward, to give them that extra body up front. And early doors, Poland were really struggling with that slight overload on that right-hand side. They got to grips with it as the half went on, but at that point, luckily for them, the damage wasn't done. And that could be a bit of a disappointment from the Netherlands, that they had such an advantage, a tactical advantage over their opposition, but they couldn't take the chances when they came, because they created a hatful of chances when those spaces were occupied. You know, they didn't know whether to go with Dumfries with their fullback or whether to drag in and wait and allow him that space wide, and that's why they were getting dragged left, right and centre, and that's why the Netherlands had so much space in moments to break free. I mean, Xavi Simons started on that right-hand side. Towards the end of the half, he drifted more towards the left-hand side of the pitch, maybe because the right-hand side was a bit more crowded and there was maybe a bit more space on the left, and maybe to help Gakpo out. The fact that Frankowski was getting so aggressive with Cody Gakpo towards the end of the first half, which he had to do, being honest, and he did very well at the moment. But I have to say, although the Netherlands have dominated and controlled and, you know, been the better side, I don't think Poland have been haphazard or lacking anything. I do think they've been played pretty well. I mean, coming into this one, we said that the Netherlands, they'll want to win, they'll want to get off to a winning start. Poland, their idea, knowing that they don't play France until match day 3, Poland, they'll want to get off to a good start, get themselves off the mark, and then try and get something out of that or try and win that Austria game, get something in this one, then the Austria game, and they head into France, knowing that they might have a place in the round of 16. But this is their moment, this is their chance, this is the game where they need to get off to a good start. The same in the Netherlands. They do play France next after this, and if they get off to a bad start, they could find themselves in a bit of a rut. France, one of the favourites for the competition, favourites to top this group easily. You know, that will be the difference. If the Netherlands get off to a bad start and drop points here, they could find it difficult heading into that France game in a few days' time, in a week's time maybe, in and around that, on trying to get on the board, and then heading into that game against Austria. Austria, not an easy side to play either, will be a tough game. So I don't think it's as easy as a rollover for France and the Netherlands in this group. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think it's that kind of easy. I think Poland and Austria can cause problems, as we saw in that first half with Poland against the Netherlands, and as I'm sure we'll see tomorrow with Austria against France. They will cause problems, but I just think that the sheer quality of both France and the Netherlands might just kind of shine through and get them out of the group. In terms of third place, it could be anybody's game. Poland and Austria, that matchup between the two will probably decide if one of them gets third place. If they both draw that game, then they could find themselves both out of the competition. So Poland want to get themselves off to a good start to try and conjure them up for that matchup on match day 2 with Austria, and the exact same for the opposite number, Austria against France, tomorrow evening. Right, half time, 1-1 at the Volksparkstadion in Hamburg this afternoon. Our first game of 3 today, where we have 2 Group C games to come for you later this afternoon, as I mentioned. Slovenia taking on Denmark from 5, and Serbia against England from 8 o'clock this evening. England, the runners-up of Euro 2020, getting their campaign up and going later this evening. Right. We're going to take a quick break in a moment. Not just yet, because we're just going to recap a few scores from yesterday, of course. We saw some big results yesterday in Group B, interestingly. Italy, the holders, didn't have the easy run of it, an easy spell of it. They did have to come from adversity, come from behind against Albania, who scored the quickest goal in European Championships history yesterday, 23 seconds. The quickest goal ever in a European Championships, and the quickest goal in an international competition since World Cup 2002. Italy, though, did return back and got their winning goal in the 16th minute. All three goals coming inside the first 16 minutes of the game. Just a reminder then, don't forget, we do have one more games for you, and just to reaffirm that for you, Slovenia against Denmark is our next offering. Group C gets underway at 5 o'clock in that one, and where they will be at the MHP arena in Stuttgart this afternoon, and then England take on Serbia from 8 from Gelsenkirchen. Right, second half on the way in Hamburg in just a moment. Do stay with us here on LFS. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live on LFS. Halfway through our first game of the day, Poland against the Netherlands. It is 1-1 at the break, with Adam Buxer's goal giving Poland the lead before Cody Gakpo's equaliser levelling things in Hamburg. I mean, I have to say, the English media, I'm not going to start dissing them, but they certainly have given us ample build-up to England's first game, and as you would expect, and that patriotism, as you would expect, and all the talk about England actually coming into this as one of the favourites for the tournament, of course, which might shock some. I think they are one of the best teams in the competition, but I do still think France have the slightly better squad than England in terms of the depth and quality. And the experience as well, combined with that. England have gone for a more youthful side, and maybe that could go for them or against them. We will see later on. You can watch the commentary with me live from 8 o'clock, and we might be doing an Instagram live as well for that one, so we might be live on Instagram as well. I'll update you on that if we are doing that, but we will see a bit later on. Right, so back into our stadium screen, and we're almost ready to get back underway in Hamburg. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And as you saw on one of our trails there, you can also get involved on social media as well, on X, Instagram, or TikTok. All the links and all the handles and details you need are in the live video description. So click on the description and click the link and go and follow us on those. You'll not want to miss a thing as we do a bit of behind the scenes work and bits of content here for Euro 2024. Certainly trying to delay us to getting the second half started. We've certainly had 15 minutes. 15 minutes are up. No one's back out on the pitch just yet. The players are just returning to the field of play. Poland coming back out there and the Netherlands joining them now. So almost ready to go then for the second half to get underway. And there might be a change incoming. There is a change incoming for Poland. And they're bringing off Sebastian Szymanski. And he's going to be replaced by Jakub Moder. So Jakub Moder on for Szymanski in midfield. No changes for the Netherlands. They're quite happy with the 11 on the pitch. So Jakub Moder on for Poland for Sebastian Szymanski. Right, back underway then. Artur Soares Diaz, the Portuguese referee, getting us back underway. So far we haven't had to hear anything from any of his colleagues in the VAR booth as of yet. Of course they will have checked both goals, obviously, but we haven't heard anything from them. And I have to say, VAR has been very efficient so far. I mean, we've had that one confusing moment between Spain and Croatia, but the correct decision was got in the end. And all that, I think VAR has worked quite smoothly so far. I don't want to kind of scud it, as we would say here in Ireland. Oh, there's a lovely cross in. Oh, the shot. Oh, the header's just away by Szczesny. Netherlands off to a quick start here. Almost had a good opportunity. As I'm talking about VAR. Stop talking about VAR. Shooting. Veerman around the corner finds the space for Reinders. Now Gakpo off the left, dragging infield. Gakpo squares it across. Shoots in, trying to get on the end of it, just away from him, and he just kept it alive in the end. He was being pressed by a few Polish players there and did well to keep the possession. Not the best of crosses from Gakpo. I don't think anyone was expecting it, even his teammates. Here's Gakpo again on the ball, looking for the overlap, finds Ake, looking for the cutback. Just a bit too far behind Memphis Depay that time. And it's rescued out for a throw-in from the Polish defenders. The Netherlands certainly come out fighting at the start of this second half. And it was Gakpo that actually got the cross in for that first opportunity. Dumfries made the run to the back post. Headed it down into the middle, looking for Depay. And a really good, strong hand from Szczesny to parry it away. But another good opportunity to start the half for the Netherlands. Their intent clearly shown within the first 2 minutes of action. Another ball forward. Simons made the run forward. Tried to play it back to Depay. Did win the ball back though. Simons did well in the final third. Now Gakpo off the left. The Dutch pushing for that second goal that would give them the lead. Here's Shooten. Squares it across. Finds Simons. Trying to be a bit too cute at times. Simons again. Just trying to pass their way around the Polish players. They just need to use their bodies a bit more, be more physical. Here's Gakpo. Now he finds it across to Reinders with a shot. And charged down well there on the edge of the box. As the Netherlands pick it back up again with De Vrij. Constant pressure from the Dutch to start the second half. Here's Memphis Depay. Coming deeper now. He's got bodies to run through. He's not going to run through them. He's going to have the shot, but that's just wide of the left post from Memphis Depay. At some range, that. Some distance. Good 30 metres or so from goal. It's just wide of the left post. Didn't have Szczesny worried. That shot. That's not the best of passes there from Szczesny. Straight out for a Netherlands throw as Depay picks it up down the right hand side, almost at the corner flag, and will get the throw in. Memphis Depay off Bartosz Salomon. Memphis Depay. Verman. Shooting. Here's Memphis Depay looking to wriggle his way through, but closed down again as the Polish players crowd out that central area. As De Vrij picks it back up and wins the Netherlands the throw in on that right hand side. Robert Lewandowski watches on in the sidelines. Not often we say that when Poland are in action. Very rarely do we say that, the experienced centre forward. Here's Depay again trying to break free, and Salomon has his number once again. Puts it out for another throw. The Netherlands off to a very positive start in this second half. Here's Simons, gets the ball from Dumfries. Simons trying to break through, but again shielded away from the ball and goes out for a goal kick to Poland. As Ronald Koeman, the Netherlands head coach, watches on. In his second spell in charge of the Netherlands, Ronald Koeman took charge for the second time in January of last year and has won 9 of his 14 matches in charge. They haven't drawn a game, Netherlands, in his second spell in charge of the country. Averaging a 1.95 points per game. 9 wins, 5 losses in his 14 matches. Nice cross into the box. Dumfries just slipped at the last second. And it goes all the way through for a goal kick. Again, that deep cross to the back post to look for Dumfries. Again, that time he just slipped and evaded everyone in there and out for a goal kick. And Poland readying some changes on the sidelines, so they probably wanted to see how they start the second half and then make a couple of changes. They already made one at half time, and Jakob Moder in midfield, and the Netherlands still dominant and in control and creating chances. Maybe more changes incoming from Michał Probierz, the Polish head coach. There's a free kick here for Poland. A collision there between Jakob Moder and Xavi Simons. Has them both on the floor in considerable pain. Oh yeah, it's just a loose right elbow into the face of Xavi Simons. It's not malicious whatsoever. And then Simons in retaliation just pushes Moder to the floor. It's accidental. As Ronald Koeman, though, felt that it was an elbow, but it was an elbow. It was a loose arm, but I don't think it was malicious in any way. Trying to hold his player off, and he just caught him incidentally. I don't think it'll go any further than just a quick check on both players. Maybe a free kick here to come. The referee just having a chat with Jakob Moder there involved. Both players back to their feet. And okay to continue. As Poland are readying a change. A double change, actually. I'll tell you about that when it happens. So, already made 1 change and ready to make 2 more. Netherlands still sticking with their starting 11. Which I don't think is the wrong decision. I think it's the correct decision at this moment, because they are looking threatening. As Van Dijk there, deemed to be too physical in his challenge. And he does unleash a few words on the referee. He was just battling with Burke. Said it is a foul. I do think that is a foul on Buxet. Frankowski, lovely ball forward. Breaks down the right hand side. The cross comes in and De Vrij has to clear. Still alive. Schouten clears it away. And now Depay lays it off beautifully. That ball right in behind. Gakpo on the run. He might be offside, but he's playing on for the moment. The flag stays down. Xavi Simons hits it wide. Hits it wide. Wow, another one gone a begging. The flag stayed down. Is he onside here? Oh, he's well onside. He's in his own half there, Gakpo. Well weighted. Beautiful. I think he could have went himself there, Gakpo, but he ended up being surrounded by two and then had to lay it off to Simons, and Simons just slicing through the ball. Has to go across goal there. Went for the near post and hit it well wide. Double substitution incoming then for Poland. So Urbanski and Romanchuk have both been taken off. And their substitutions are Swiderski and Slisz. So Karol Swiderski and Bartosz Slisz are on in their places for Taras Romanchuk and Kacper Urbanski. So that's the second and third changes of the afternoon for Poland. So they have two more substitutions to make. We've seen quite a lot of substitutions as well. Managers looking to just not kind of burden their players in the first match. Looking to use as much of the 5 substitutions as possible. You don't want to injure any of your players early in the competition and hamstring yourself, or quite literally hamstring yourself for the latter stages if you get that far. And there will be 8 teams that won't make the latter stages, so the vast majority of teams will believe they can get to the next round. A third of the teams will leave us at the end of the groups, as always is the case. Although this is a group, at this stage you can't really talk about a group. It's each games must kind of perform well and get something. They're like 3 knockout games in a way. You're not knocked out right after the one match, but you find yourself in a really bad position if you don't win your first match and you're up 2 other teams do. And you find yourself in a really difficult position and a lot of catching up to do, which puts more pressure on you as the Netherlands come forward, and the ball comes back to Szczesny there, who clears. And now the break forward down the left hand side for Zalewski. Looking for bodies forward. There's 2 with him, and he's going to get the free kick here for Dumfries with a foul. Tracking back there, Dumfries, and he just leaves a stray leg in there, and it is a foul and a free kick to Poland. This would be a very interesting set piece. The Dutch fans all down this end of the pitch in the stands. Zielinski to take this free kick, their captain. Right-footed delivery across the front post. Flicked on by Reinders, who was trying to help out to defend, and they do get away for the moment. Netherlands to get it cleared. As Poland look to battle back. Here's Zielinski again. Wide to Zalewski. And to take his man on, does take on Simons and whips a lovely cross in at the back post. The shot! Big save by Verbruggen. Still alive by Buxa. And now Zielinski. Zielinski with the shots. Straight down the throat of Bart Verbruggen. Another good opportunity there for Poland. They're fighting hard. And they're showing the ambition to want to retake the lead. Beautiful cross in the first time round from Zalewski. And then the shot initially first time. The shot first time from Kivior at the back post. Lovely save by Verbruggen, kept alive by Buxa, and then Zielinski has the shot from distance, which is easily, in the end, caught by Verbruggen. That's it. Big challenge by Salomon, and gets them forward. Referee allowing it to play on. Threaded through, Van Dijk blocking it off, and Ake now. I think the Netherlands, their only option in defending Poland is to attack them and keep them up the other end of the pitch, because when they're battling toe-to-toe, it seems like Poland are getting the slight edge on the Netherlands here in moments. Zielinski. Lovely work from Zalewski. And now Zielinski to the byline. Looking for the cutback. Blocked off by Simons, out for a Polish corner. Poland are in a good spell here. Good tracking back by Xavi Simons there. The attacker. Getting back to do his defensive work and blocking that ball out for a corner. And Zielinski delivered for Poland's first goal from a corner. Can he repeat the same feat? Zielinski, right-footed delivery in. Off the front post again, but this time it's headed away. Bednarek was the closest, but Netherlands get it clear as Simons hoofs it up the pitch. But Poland get the ball back again. 60 minutes gone, 1-1 here in Hamburg on the opener of Group D. Ball chipped forward, nice break in behind from Buxa there, but well marshalled by Ake and Van Dijk to block him off and win the ball back. Poor pass by Verbruggen though. Given away, Poland on the front foot here. Whip ball in, way by Van Dijk again. Frankowski picks it back up. It's now the Netherlands that can't get out of their own defensive third at the moment. Zielinski through the lines. Nice run in behind. Ball chipped across. Too far. Zalewski will pick it up though. He will take the shot, which will be skied over the bar by Zalewski there. Nikola Zalewski, but the flag was going to go up in any case against the wing back for offside. I have to say the Netherlands have wilted a bit. Poland got the bit between their teeth and are starting to whip a few more balls in, starting to cause more threat, be more problematic to the Netherlands defence at the moment. And this is going to get a reaction from Ronald Koeman. He's going to make a double change in midfield. It's going to be Joey Veerman and Xavi Simons that are going to make way for the Netherlands, and it's going to be Jorginho Wijnaldum and Daniel Malen is coming on. So two straight swaps, a midfield change and an attacking change. Malen, the Borussia Dortmund forward, and Jorginho Wijnaldum, experienced midfielder. The ball's given away by Van Dijk now. It's catching. Squared across, and Ake with a clearance. Poland keeping it up the pitch. Swiderski was involved in that one. Now Zalewski. Committing more bodies forward, Poland. They can feel that the Dutch have just stepped off the boil a bit. They're not as dominant as they once were in this game. They don't have the advantage to show for it. Zalewski going to play it through, kept alive by Swiderski. Good work by Schouten to win the throw-in for the Netherlands and break up that long spell of Polish possession. And Ronald Koeman can hope those two substitutions can get his side back on the front foot and get them pushing for a second goal to give them the lead. Long throw by Dumfries, bouncing down to find Depay, and again well marshalled Memphis Depay, but it will be a free kick, I think. Salomon there giving away the free kick. Bartosz Salomon, who's been very aggressive this afternoon with his defending, and it's been probably one of Poland's best defenders today. Been called into action the most amount of times and has stepped up and worked hard every single time. Here's Reinders. Round the corner finds Nathan Ake. Down the line it comes to Gakpo. Trying to get past Frankowski. Back across to Reinders. With a bit of space in the edge of the box. Touched by Malen. Now Dumfries. Dumfries across. And a venomous cross from Denzel Dumfries. Goes right the way through. And out for a goal kick. But that's more like what we've seen from the Netherlands so far in this one. Lovely whipping cross. Away from Szczesny. And just waiting for someone to tap it in. Great touch by Donyell Malen initially. Could have found himself in a real bit of bother. So it was a very heavily weighted pass from Reinders and well controlled by Malen, and then played it off to Dumfries round the corner to try and whip that cross in. Again, no one there to meet it in the box for the Netherlands. I have to say, it's more from the wide areas where the Netherlands have been impressive today. Through the middle, they've not been as potent. Memphis Depay hasn't really been as heavily involved in terms of the final third play as much as he probably would have liked so far. It's been marked out of the game. That's a lovely touch by Gakpo. Squares it across, finding Reinders oncoming. And Depay was involved that time. Couldn't get the pass off. And it will go out for a throw-in. And more frustration for those Dutch players. Gakpo over to take the ball. He's not going to. He actually will take the throw in. Finds Depay in the box. Depay again, well controlled and well marshalled out of the way by Poland as they clear their lines. Again, it's those 50-50s in the final third that Poland are winning a lot more than the Netherlands at this moment in time. Out-muscled and out-fought in that final third physically, the Netherlands. I think if they get a second goal, that could be kind of that point where they just kick on from there, but it's that second goal that they need to get first. And Poland themselves have threatened to get a second goal to retake the lead in the game. So nothing certain as we enter the final quarter of this match. Van Dijk to De Vrij. Now Malen. Back to Stefan De Vrij. Out wide to Dumfries. As the Polish fans whistling with the Netherlands in possession. Gakpo with a cross again. Inches away from Depay, but again cleared away by Salomon. And now they're trying to break out themselves. Frankowski plays it through. Swiderski does very well. Picks up a loose ball. He's got a man with him in Buxa, but can't find him. And Verbruggen will run out and catch that ball. But Swiderski did very well there. Broke into a slight bit of space. Beautifully weighted ball by Frankowski. And with a crowd of Dutch players around him, Swiderski made it work. Just couldn't in the end find his teammate, who's already scored this afternoon. Dumfries. Down the right hand side to Donyell Malen. Malen skips past his man. Malen looking for the cross and well blocked. That goes out for the throw-in just to the Netherlands. Dumfries will take the throw-in quickly. Malen back to Dumfries. That comes across to Reinders in the middle. Finds the break of the ball to Schoten. Now Depay over the bar again. And just slipped at the last second, Memphis Depay. You think if he'd got a firm grip on his balance, he would have had a good shot at goal, but really good from Schoten to find the space. That beautifully weighted ball by Reinders, and then the touch from Depay, just the slip at the last second. Sees the ball sail over the bar for another goal kick. And that was the Netherlands' 20th shot in this game. They're certainly finding the space to take the shots. It's just they're not finding them accurate enough. Only 3 shots on target from their 20 shots. Poland have had more shots on target with 13 less shots than them. 7 shots for Poland, 4 on target. One side certainly more effective in the final third than the other, and more efficient. The Netherlands, as I said early in the game, if they could finish their dinner, they would easily be cruising to victory here, but that's the problem at the moment. Here's Malen, breaking free into the box, Depay round the corner, Dumfries in the big save by Szczesny. Makes his body big to close the angle for Denzel Dumfries taking the shot, and he uses his body well there, the Polish keeper, to deny the Dutch wing back a goal. But again, really good in between the lines, Malen and Depay, and then played off to Dumfries. Beautifully with a ball by Memphis Depay, and Dumfries ever so close again. "20 minutes to go. 1-1. Is there a late winner on the cards here in Hamburg? And if there is, which way will it go? Will Poland pull off the biggest shock of the competition so far? With respect to Poland, that is. Or will the Netherlands eventually find the back of the net more than the once? With the sheer amount of shots that they've had in this game, they probably should have. And on the balance of things, the way they've played, they probably should have. But Poland holding firm at the moment. Here's Malen. And it will certainly feel like 2 points dropped if the Netherlands don't come on to win this. Malen now, Dumfries. Chip to the back post. Gakpo in. Headed onto the floor, cleared away again by Salomon. Now Ake. Reinders. Gakpo on the left. Ake. In and around the box here again is Reinders. Across to Malen. Bit of space here for Donyell Malen. Whips across in. Again Salomon with a header clearing it. But not very far as Poland surrender possession again. Dumfries. Malen. Building up a head of steam now, the Dutch. Dumfries. Back again to De Vrij. Has to go back to Virgil van Dijk. Well, Poland had never featured in the European Championships before 2008. This is now their 5th successive appearance in the tournament. Of course, the most successful campaign was in Euro 2016 in France, when they finished 2nd in Group C behind Germany, beating Switzerland on penalties in the round of 16, and then lost in the quarter-finals to the eventual winners of the Euro 2016, Portugal, in the last 8, also on penalties. However, they failed to win a single game at the successive tournament in Euro 2020, but would love to get off to a perfect start here, or a very good start at least, against one of the top sides in Europe. As Malen wins a corner off Zalewski there, so Netherlands will have a corner to whip in, and certainly a lot of height to try and attack this corner, which Memphis Depay will deliver. Right-footed delivery into the box, headed on and over the bar. Good opportunity. Stefan De Vrij got the header on it, and it just went agonisingly, just that couple of inches too high over the bar. Had Szczesny worried, but didn't have to be worried in the end, just over the bar. And the frustration on the face of the Dutch captain there, Virgil van Dijk, coming ever so close once again, those Netherlands players, to finding a second goal. As I was saying, Poland failed to win a game at Euro 2020. They lost to Slovakia, Sweden, either side of a 1-1 draw against Spain, and they finished bottom of Group E in that campaign. And they actually started qualifying under a different manager He guided Portugal to victory in 2016. Fernando Santos, the Polish manager that started the qualifying for them for this campaign. He was appointed in January 2023, but dismissed in September, having lost 3 of their first 5 qualifiers against Czechia, Moldova and Albania on the run. And they finished on 11 points from that qualifying campaign. I'll tell you about that in a moment, because here they come forward. Ball across the box, and Ake had to get the header away. And Dumfries following suit. Just tripped over there, felt it was foul, but the referee plays on. Right foot across into the box, and Verbruggen, strong hands, catching easily for his side there. Jakob Moder with a lovely cross, but well dealt with. Well, Poland had to come through the playoffs to secure their place in these finals. They beat Estonia 5-1 in Warsaw in the Path A semi-finals. A goalless draw away to Wales in the Cardiff final, and progressed 5-4 on penalties, with all 5 Poland players converting from the spot, and Szczesny saving Wales' 5th kick from Dan James to see them in this stage for the 5th successive time. They have played at this stadium quite a number of times, Poland. Previously, this is their 4th match at the Volksparkstadion. The 3 previous games, obviously all against Germany, ended all in draws. Friendlies in 1959 and 2014, and a goalless draw in the 1972 European Championship qualifying in November 1971. And they might be on for a 4th successive draw in this stadium. This time against the Netherlands, who, as I mentioned, in his 2nd spell in charge, Ronald Koeman, is yet to see his side draw a game. Or either win or lose. 9 wins, 5 losses in his 14 matches in charge in his 2nd spell since returning in January 2023. A year and a half ago. Here's Dumfries. Malen. Again, that dominant spell, 5-10 minutes of a spell, even if that, from the Netherlands, kind of stepped off the mark again. They're still controlling possession while I was talking about Poland and their qualifying. But Poland working ever so desperately hard to keep themselves with a chance of getting this draw, and at the moment it's a very realistic chance. Whether Ronald Koeman will look to make any more changes, we will see, but it's going to be Poland. They're going to make one more change, and it's going to be their captain. They got the assist for their only goal of the game so far. Zielinski. He's going to make way. And it's going to be Szczesny that will take the captain's armband from Zielinski. So he will leave the field, and he will be replaced by Pietrowski. So Pietrowski is going to come on and replace Zielinski in midfield for Poland. He gets a hug from his manager there, the Polish captain, as he goes to sit on the bench and watch his side, hoping that he can see them get a big point here in Hamburg on match day 1 against a very good Netherlands side. But so far, a Netherlands side that have been wasteful in their finishing. We will see if they can claim a late stealer, or even if Poland can claim a late stealer. You never know. Dumfries with a slip again, but De Vrij covering over, helping out, clearing it away. Out for the throw. Ronald Koeman certainly not calm at the moment. You can see the nerves. He's prancing up and down the technical area, which has been uncommon for him because he was sitting down for quite a while. So you can see that there is some nerves there from the Dutch manager. As Buxa slips over the ball, and Dumfries, I think, has actually given away a corner. He has. Buxa slipped over the ball, ended up actually helping him out because Dumfries had the last touch and got the corner. There you are. And of Ronald Koeman will roll the dice once again. He's going to make a double change. It's going to be Wout Weghorst and Jeremy Frimpong that are going to be the double substitutions in a moment. Not just yet, though, as Netherlands are going to, I think, defend this corner first, or try and defend this corner. So no Zielinski to take the corner this time, so a different taker. Maybe a different technique. Bednarek looks up for it. It's going to be Swiderski that's going to take this corner. It will be an outswinger this time. Different test for the Dutch. Lovely outswinging corner, and actually one of the Polish players headed it away. Kept alive though. Another whip ball in. Into the hands of Bart Verbruggen. He looked to be tested there for a moment by Bednarek, but composure from the Brighton keeper. Holding firm on that ball. And the Netherlands now with little over 10 minutes to try and rescue this, to get 3 points on match day 1. A big 3 points it would be. They've got France next, and then they finish with Austria. The last thing they want to do is head into match day 2, needing a big result against France. And then maybe, if that doesn't go their way, maybe needing a win on the final day to try and secure a spot in the round of 16. We will see. They're going to make a double change to try and impact that. And one of those changes is going to be Cody Gakpo. Their goal scorer of the afternoon is coming off. He's going to be replaced as well. Memphis Depay is going to be joining him. So Wout Weghorst and Jeremy Frimpong are coming on for Gakpo and Depay for the late stages, to try and see the Netherlands over the line. Get them that victory that they so desperately would want. And there's still a lot of time. The 10 added minutes, or the 10 minutes of regular time, and then the added time on top of that. We will see. Dumfries. Frimpong. Using his pace, breaking free first time, and just run out of room there. No grass to run onto, and he run out of room. Goal kick to Poland. Netherlands have actually had 14 shots off target in this game. Shows the lack of clinical finishing there. It's not that they've been blocked a lot of their shots. Actually, to say that, they've only had 3 shots blocked in the whole game, so it's not that Poland have had a stiff rear guard. Although Jeremy Frimpong might get the break of the ball. My goodness me, that was close. Very close. A long ball out the back, and I can't see who, what might have been Kivior that didn't get the catch and get near the ball. It bounced its way through, and Frimpong had made the run, but Chesney had it covered, and it looked very close there to Frimpong maybe getting a nick on the ball. Using his pace well, the substitute. Here's Ake, trying to break down the left-hand side. Finds Malen, who's switched out onto the left now, Malen. Frimpong off the right. And Weghorst will lead the line, obviously. And Wijnaldum will play in that kind of 10 role alongside Reinders. At the moment, here's De Vrij. Round the corner from Reinders. Nice ball. Finds Ake in space. Through the lines, it falls to Weghorst! That's the striker they needed! Wout Weghorst, with probably his first touch of the game, gives the Netherlands the lead. The lead they've been so desperately waiting for. They've been frustrated all throughout this game. Poland have worked ever so hard to try and deny them. But the Netherlands, some would call it inevitable. It was getting to the point where it was getting do or die. But that was a clinical finish by Wout Weghorst. Something his teammates had failed to achieve so far in this match. Impact substitution. Nice break of the ball from Ake. And the ball into the box just bouncing through. He feinted it. Took a slight deflection off the back leg of Salomon. And it just rifled into the net. Bottom corner. Past Chesney by Weghorst. And the Netherlands do have the lead in the last 10 minutes. And that is exactly what the Netherlands needed. A striker who can just find the back of the net with ease. And that is exactly what Wout Weghorst has delivered. Poland 1, Netherlands 2, and it looks like the Dutch have rescued it later on. Wonderful. And Ronald Koeman, those nerves no more. Fisting the air, punching the air in jubilation. And Wout Weghorst making his 34th international cap. And it is his 12th goal for his country. Wout Weghorst. But it's all a bit much for Poland. How devastating that could be for them. Weghorst scored 3 goals in the qualifiers for the Netherlands. And he's in good form as well in both of their warm-up games for the Euros. Netherlands won 4-0 on both occasions against Canada and Iceland. And he got a goal in both of those games, Wout Weghorst. So he's in good form for his international side. That's now his 4th goal in his last 5 international appearances. And Weghorst, clinical. Certainly a clinical finisher. And only on the pitch 2 minutes before getting that goal. Talk about an impact substitution. And Poland's not going to give up yet, of course. They can still nick a draw if they get a late goal, which they're going to try. Going to commit an extra body. Just made another change there. Bartosz Beresinski has come on. And also, the Netherlands have made a change in the process as well. I think Nathan Ake's also come off. It was Salomon that made way for Beresinski for Poland. And Ake is going to make way. Hasn't made way yet. There we are now. Mickey van de Ven is coming on in his place. Just to sheer up the defence now for the Netherlands to try and hold on to this lead. A timid lead indeed. Zalewski with a ball in and bounces its way through to Bart Verbruggen, who gathers well for the Netherlands. And it just looks like the favourites, or the so-called big hitters, the big teams, are going to continue this 100% record to start the campaign. No upsets yet. Here comes Frimpong, wants to make sure that there's going to be no upset here. Frimpong does well to hold off his man and felt he was fouled there, but the referee said no, it was a fair challenge. As Van Dijk comes in with a header. Dumfries now. It's all about keep ball for the Netherlands. Weghorst finds a ball forward. Frimpong does well to use his body, but I think the referee's going to check for something here. There's a player down, and I'm interested to see what the referee's done. I think Frimpong had lost the ball in the end. Weghorst just... yeah, he's just clashed into there by Zalewski. That's a late challenge, and he's pulled it back here for the free kick referee. Allowed the play to play on to allow Frimpong the chance to get the ball in behind, but lost the ball, and Frimpong and referee has brought this back for a Netherlands free kick. 2 minutes of the 90 to go. And frustration that has been felt so much by the Netherlands all this game. It's actually now Polish frustration. The fact that they've put in such hard work and fought so hard in the game to try and see out a 1-1 draw, or even at times push for a second goal to take the lead, which really would have been a shock. And there was a realistic probability of that at one point in this game. But the Netherlands, I just felt, Their quality might just shine through, although Poland are not finished yet. And they've broken free here. It might nick another. Just forcing a big save from Verbruggen. Swiderski again. Massively involved. My goodness me. They do not know when they're beaten. Wow. Fantastic endeavour. Petrowski down the left-hand side, breaking forward, and Swiderski was in the middle, nicking the ball, the shot in front of Van Dijk. And Verbruggen forced to make a save down to his right-hand side, and then Petrowski can just hit the side netting from the rebound. But another massive opportunity for Poland there. And another big opportunity to try and nick a late goal. I think the Netherlands need to find a balance, because they have tried to push for the third goal, and all well and good trying to push for the third, but you might push too much and end up conceding. It's all about that balance. Italy found it very finely. Walked that tightrope pretty well last night. It's how the Netherlands can walk the tightrope of a 2-1 lead here, with 5 added minutes at the end of the 90. Experience and game management will come to the fore in these daring moments of this Group D opener in Hamburg. Zalewski knocking it forward, headed by De Vrij, flicked on by Dumfries. For Weghorst trying to break in behind, but again cleared away by Kivior. And Poland get a break of the ball. Petrowski again, and now the break down the right hand side. Still alive, Petrowski. Van Dijk's with him, and Van Dijk does really well to win the ball back, and ends up pulled to the floor there. Virgil van Dijk, Dutch free kick. That's a captain's type moment there, just to win your side a free kick, to run the clock down a bit more, manage the game. A vast amount of experience for Virgil van Dijk shining through once again, as it so often does for the Liverpool captain and the Dutch captain. And the clock is ticking in Poland's, not in Poland's favour. Time is not on their side, but there's still enough to try and nick something. 3.5 minutes to go, and they're not giving up yet. They're determined in their push. Here's Petrowski, carries De Vrij wide, and there's lots of Dutch bodies in the box there to deal with that one. Although Weghorst gives it away, and the shot from distance is caught well by Bart Verbruggen from the Jakob Kivior chance. Certainly not convincing from the Netherlands late doors here, have to be honest. Two Brighton players involved there. Modder with a shot and Verbruggen with a save. The Brighton connections on the European stage. There we are. Van Dijk's ball forward, not the most sensible thing to do, because it comes straight through to Chesney, and Poland will get the ball back again. And with half of the added time remaining, they can still push forward and try and nick a late goal. That would rescue a point for them and steal 2 points away from the Netherlands. Or can the Netherlands hold on to what could be the winning goal from Wout Weghorst to get off to a winning start at this campaign? They do well to block that ball, but again, that hoofed ball, they're just trying to get it as far away from their goal as possible. They're not looking to keep the ball, the Netherlands. It's not a keep ball situation. They're just trying to get it as far away from their own box as possible, and in doing so, they're surrendering possession time and time again. Well, that's a good challenge by Dumfries. Now Wijnaldum, who we haven't spoke very much about since coming on. He hasn't had major impact or major involvement, and he did have a good involvement there, because it will be a goal kick to the Netherlands. can feel the nerves of Robert Lewandowski. And it must be an awful thing to be able to not be able to be out there and to help your side with a leader such as Robert Lewandowski, over 150 appearances, over 80 goals for his country. A 35-year-old, but just not able to get out there today with that injury issue. But Poland, even if they come out of this with nothing, I said it about Albania last night, they can be proud of their effort, they can be proud of their play, the way their performance today. At times, they could have won this game in moments, and they're going to end up losing it. That's the harsh reality of this level of football, but Poland can be proud of the performance they've put in, and the problems they've caused the Netherlands, because they have by far caused them problems today. But at the end of the day, oh, what a shot! But a good save by Verbruggen again. Zalewski. And that might have been their last moment, their last chance. That's some strike by Zalewski from distance. Just said, why not hit one? And there is the final whistle. And that was the last opportunity of the game that was saved in the end by Verbruggen. But it's a similar story to last night, where the holders Italy came back from behind to beat Albania 2-1. The Netherlands have done exactly the same here in Hamburg. Went down early against Poland through a really good header from Buxa from a corner. They levelled things 15 minutes later or so through Cody Gakpo's deflected effort, before they eventually got the winner inside the final 10 minutes through Wout Weghorst. An impact sub to the finest. 2 minutes on the pitch, probably one of his first touches of the game. And he got Netherlands a crucial second that gets them a vital 3 points on match day 1. Final score from Hamburg: Poland 1, Netherlands 2. And there we are, nicking it late, the Netherlands, to get that victory on match day 1 to secure a huge 3 points early doors for them. And we'll show you the table in a moment. There we are. So Group D on the top right of your screen. So Group C haven't got going yet. We'll watch both Group C games later this afternoon. And you can see the Dutch leading the way in Group D at the moment. Austria in second, France in third, and Poland bottom of the group at the moment, with only one goal difference separating the four sides. Very narrow in Group D, but the Netherlands have those crucial 3 points that they most desperately wanted to start the campaign with, and they support that orange sea of orange in that corner of the stadium here in Hamburg, who have supported them since the very first second and carried them through in that sea of orange, will be applauded by each and every one of those Dutch players. And don't forget, 2 more to come. Group C gets underway later this afternoon. We watch Slovenia taking on Denmark in about an hour's time. That one is coming to you. We'll have live commentary of that one for you as Denmark look to get their campaign off and going in Stuttgart this afternoon, or Slovenia, who might have a late dark horse effect in this group. We'll see how they can impact a bit later on this afternoon. Right, the Netherlands off to the perfect start. Can France follow suit, or will Austria pip them? We'll find that out tomorrow. We'll see you in about an hour's time.